pretty much summed it up right there. We ended up trapping Curry. I was playing two. He ended up passing to Livingston. Almost got a steal. And then, I really didn't see where Iggy came from. He came up. Livingston found him, and he knocked down a shot. Big shot.
Did you want to see the ball in his hands in that situation compared to anybody else on the floor?
No, we wanted to see it in our hands. We wanted to get a steal.
Robert on the right side.
Robert Littal, BSO, right here at Kawhi. What is the key, in winning on the road? And it's such an important playoff series in the finals. You've done it obviously before. What do you consider the key when you go on the road, especially now that you guys are 1-1?
Just coming in as one, you know what I mean? Obviously on somebody else's home floor. They got the 6 man with the crowd, but we just have to buy into ourselves and come out hard, strong, no mistakes, no turnovers, and the same thing you got to do at home.
Third row here in the center.
Hey man,
no nonsense doesn't quite capture
hey,
who
man,
Kawhi is.
this guy, I could do this at the press conference. That was the best. That was awesome. That's awesome. Right
Did
there.
you want it in his hands?
No, we wanted it in our hands.
Take me through this play.
Take me through this play. Well, they took the
kind of sums it up.
So, wait, you just told me what happened.
Hey,
Why
he's
you
a
asking
low-key
me?
comedian, ain't he?
I know. Wait, would you want the ball in his hands? No, I want it in our hands.
I feel like Sunday we're going to learn that he's been pranking us all along. Right?
No. I don't think he is.
No, I don't think so either.
No, I don't think he is. But I'm going to tell you something. To me, he's the perfect superstar. No drama.
None.
It's never, obviously stuff in San Antonio, that's water under the bridge. Mm-hmm. But, that guy right there, if he's leading your franchise, it'd be perfect. Yeah.
Low maintenance. He's a professional. Your culture is going to be right when your best player does things the right way. And I agree with Chuck. He is
perfect.
You're talking about no maintenance. You're talking about lead by example.
Yeah.
You don't have to be a vocal leader. He
might not know if he's
example.
in the room.
But I love it, though. But he's
But on the court, you definitely know he's there.
You know he's there.
As a teammate, you're going to come out and play.
Yes.
Oh, look at the clock is on to your vacation, Chuck.
Well, listen, man.
That's how much time you have.
Chuck? Where you going?
I'm going, first of all, to Leeds, Alabama.
Sure.
Shout out.
That's not a vacation.
No, shout out, though. I just bought a vodka gin distillery in Birmingham, Alabama called Red Munt. Shout out to my boy Mark. Red Munt.
Oh, good.
Munt?
Shout out to my boy Montel and Mark and Claude. But I just bought a vodka gin distillery in Birmingham, Alabama. So drinks on Chuck soon.
Chuck, you sound like Shaq, man, hawking products.
No.
On the air, man.
I own the product. I'm not selling my soul. I'm not selling my soul like he does. I actually bought the distillery.
Okay, all right, my bad. You gonna send us something?
Are you going to learn to do the work? Are you going to be a craftsman with the vodka and the gin? Or
I'm gonna drink it.
you're just going to? Well, that's not the same thing.
Okay, Kawhi.
I'm gonna drink it. Listen, I'm gonna get y'all some samples. Red Munt vodka and gin.
All right.
In Birmingham, Alabama.
I look forward to that.
Okay. I can't wait, so I'm
You
heading
still
out.
have a minute 47.
No, I got plenty of time. Yeah, but listen though, Red Munt vodka and gin, Birmingham, Alabama.
What else you got cooking?
I'm gonna play golf and fish every day.
Okay.
I got a big got a big match on Tuesday. Some of my boys in Alabama. I'm gonna beat them like a dog, cause I'm a fairway machine. I'm gonna go hang out with Justin Thomas. They're gonna try to clean me up a little bit.
Try.
Yeah. I told him I want to work with him because he missed a cut at the Memorial. So we're going to go drink it out.
We're down to a minute 10.
No, but listen.
Chuck, what's your thoughts on Game 3?
Game 3, obviously Oracle's going to be rocking. The Raptors game's got to travel. We've said it before, very simple. Whoever role players play the best are going to win this series. But let me be serious for a second. I want to thank everybody at TNT and NBA TV. It's been another amazing year. I feel like I have the best job in sports working for TNT and NBA television. Ernie, Kenny, Shaq, I love you, brothers. Grant, Steve, Matt, Jared, D. Scott, Isaiah Thomas was here the other night. You guys do a fantastic job. I watch NBA TV a lot. You guys do a fantastic job. Thanks for everybody who works in the studio at TNT and NBA TV. I love all the guys at TNT in the studio. They work their behind off all year. And I really enjoyed the last couple games with everybody here at NBA TV. And, hey, call me if you don't need anything.
We love having you. And I don't know where the clock is now, but before you go, are you still riding with the Raptors in this series?
I already picked the Raptors. You don't get to go back.
Well, you might think differently
I
two games.
Listen,
you're allowed to adjust.
No, you can't be like that. You before the series starts, you have to pick a team.
I admire your integrity.
You can be right or wrong, brother.
Looking forward to the vodka.
Looking forward to it.
Red Mount.
Red Mont.
Red Mont.
Oh man.
There you go, Chuck.
That's the night I drunk the ripple on the air. I drunk because we used to steal Ripple and Thunderbird in my junior and senior year in high school. We used to steal 2 balls of Ripple and Thunderbird from the Piggly Wiggly. Man, that stuff was
Thunderbird.
It was Thunder. Oh, you've had some Thunderbirds at Ripples and Boone's Farm. Oof. Yeah, Travis Abernathy, my role model, and Pep Mock, and Thomas McDonough and Victor Campbell, Bernard Lockhart, Ricky Moore, my high school teammates. We just steal 2 balls of Ripple and Thunderbird every weekend.
Unfortunately, the statute of limitations has expired on all that.
Yeah, thank God. I hope they don't still make that stuff.
I don't know. Thanks to Smitty and Grant as well. I'm hanging around here for a minute. You guys are done. And your summer is starting.
Yes.
Yeah. We're going to continue our coverage here.
Chuck on vacation in
the
Toronto.
Distillery by way of the hotel bar.
I'm done. I'm done with basketball for the year. I see y'all at Lake Purdy. That's why I fish at.
One game doesn't define a series.
They got rings and they can be confident. It's first to 4, not first to 1.
Curry from way downtown.
Third quarter. We lost the game now.
Iguodala puts it up. It's good. This best of 7 series is tied at 1 game apiece.
And we got a series. Mr. Brain, after scoring 23 points in the first 3 quarters last night, Steph was shut out in the 4th after the Raptors tapped into a high school playbook and went boxing 1. It's a trap. Steph did not take a single shot in 8 minutes. It's the most minutes in any 4th quarter in his career without a shot attempt. Now, with the focus on Steph, the Raptors gave Andre Iguodala space, and Iggy made him pay. The 2015 Finals MVP given 16 feet of real estate on that game-clinching 3. This postseason, he's 4 of 7 with at least 15 feet of room, the most makes and attempts from any player in the league.
Everything you guys have overcome, all the championships you've won, what motivates you to keep going to play hurt at this point in your career?
I like Steph. He's a good dude, and good guy to be around. That's really the only reason why I like playing basketball. That's the only reason why I play. I've never seen him in person, like, so such a good person to ever get some backlash or whatever from his peers, because they're so jealous of what he has. So just kind of sticking to him. And so I'm trying to, whatever it takes to protect his legacy. I'm all for it.
We got a couple things to dissect from that comment. NBA champ Richard Jefferson joining us now here on SportsCenter. RJ, now you play with LeBron. You won a title with him. What do you make of Iggy saying he's playing for Steph's legacy because of the backlash from his peers?
Well, one of the things I want to first address is, Andre, you need to come join the Bald Man Club. Just come join us. You're my guy. I've been bald forever. So just let's just join the club. We'll talk about that later. But I think for Andre, it's extra motivation. I think he looks around and sees jealousy or sees something from our peers and his peers in the league, and it's like, wait, you guys don't like Steph. It's not because he doesn't talk trash. It's not because the way he carries himself. He doesn't do anything extra. He's a family man. He does everything that he's supposed to. But he sees tension from other players and other all-stars and guys around the league, and he's like, oh, if you don't like my guy and he's done nothing wrong, then I'm going to make sure you really don't like my guy so we can go out there and win and defend him.
It's fascinating, especially when you're talking about a unanimous MVP and a guy who's the greatest shooter in NBA history. All right, now let's talk about shooting. The health of Clay and KD unknown entering Game 3, and the Raptors deciding to play boxing 1 against Steph in the 4th quarter and holding him scoreless, a defense Steph called janky. When you hear all that, what adjustments must the Warriors in the next 2 days make here?
Well, I think the Warriors need to continue doing what they're doing. I think in game one, where they let the Raptors shoot 50% from the field, 40% from three, we talked so much about Pascal Siakam going 14 of 17. The Warriors just weren't ready to play high-level defensive or NBA Finals-type basketball. So I think now that they're kind of in that mode, you saw them hold them to 36% shooting from the field. That's normally that Warriors defense that we are all so familiar and frightful of. And so I think that's just what they need to continue to do. And they continue to play defense and get shots from guys like DeMarcus Cousins, they're going to be fine.
They grinded it out game two. They were outscored 23-0 in second chance points and still stole a game in Toronto. RJ, thank you. For the Dubs, they sustained a bunch of hits last night, but delivered the final blow to steal one in Toronto to even the series before going home. A look at the damage. Let's start with Klay last night, dealing with a left hamstring tightness after landing awkwardly early in the fourth quarter. Klay said he's confident he'll be able to play in game three. The other Splash Brothers, Steph, dealing with dehydration that required attention from the Warriors training staff. He started the game 0 for 6 before picking up his play. And Kevon Looney suffered a chest contusion in the second quarter, and he did not return after a collision with Kawhi. He's scheduled to undergo an MRI and CT scan today. And then Andre Iguodala, the hero last night, but not before he was hobbled at the end of game one with a calf injury. And add all this to Kevin Durant. He's been out for nearly 4 weeks since injuring his calf in Game 5 of the second round against the Rockets. He's missed the last 7 games, but the Warriors' motto, strength in numbers, is working right now in the postseason.
Everybody's going to have a chance to help us win a championship at some point, and just to stick with it and be patient. And it shows itself over the course of a season, and tonight was huge. And we need 3 more wins, and we need to keep going, but that's a part of who we are and our DNA. It's not just what we say.
This has been our MO since I've been here. Next man up mentality. Guys rest. Guys get hurt. Everybody has confidence in each other.
It's been the story of the last, month and a half, 2 months for us. A guy goes down, the next guy steps up, and it's been really enjoyable, that part of it.
Nick Friedel covers the Warriors and joins us now on SportsCenter live from Oakland. And Klay, he was scheduled to have an MRI today. He says he's going to play for Game 3, but what more can you tell us about his status for that game on Wednesday night?
Kevin, everything got pushed back here in Oakland because the Warriors team plane didn't land until after 4 in the morning Pacific time. A lot of guys didn't get to sleep till 6:30 or 7 in the morning. They're just lucky they got here. As I was checking out in Toronto around 4 Eastern, there were a lot of staff members and family members that got stuck on the second plane. The Warriors were supposed to fly out of Toronto that just got back a couple minutes ago. So as far as Klay goes, he's confident, but it all depends on what the MRI says. I walked out of the arena with him last night. He was lamenting the fact that not only he's got this injury now, but as you recall last year in Game 1, he was struggling with a high ankle sprain. So they believe he'll be out there, and it's key, but it all hinges on what the MRI says in the next couple hours.
All right, now before Game 2, Steve Kerr said KD could return with just 1 practice under his belt. Where do things currently stand with Kevin Durant?
There's some hope that he might be able to go on Wednesday for Game 3. But, Kevin, the more likely situation is to have KD out there in Game 4, allow him a couple extra days of rehab, allow him that 1 practice prior to Game 4, and then get him out there at Oracle. It's all dependent on how he's feeling in the next couple days. On top of KD, Kevon Looney is going through his own MRI and CT scan on his right shoulder. It was really bothering him last night. It was hanging. They took him out. They're not sure what to expect, but now they have DeMarcus Cousins and Andrew Bogut to pick up the slack. With Andre Iguodala, he's okay. That calf injury, though, is bugging him. He was limping around a lot in the locker room, and you mentioned Steph. He's going to get a lot of fluids the next couple days, and they expect him to be fully ready to go for Game 3 on Wednesday night.
All right, so they have a couple more days as that series moves to Oakland for Game 3. A tip-off 9 Eastern on ABC on Wednesday night. Nick, thank you so much.
That was the scenario last night. Kevin Durant and Klay Thompson escaped crowded traffic conditions in the tunnel after the Game 2 win. Drake, of course, did not so much. And as you heard Nick Friedel just say just now, nothing new really